Ahoy! Look at that clip. Or that one. Those were shot with the Moment Anamorphic lens. What I've got here is my Android Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus and two gimbals, DJI Osmo Mobile 3 and Zhiyun Smooth 4. Today though, I want to talk about the Moment Anamorphic lens in great detail, including some tips and tricks. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Zdenka. I create photo and video tutorials, tech reviews, and creative camera challenges. So if that's something you're interested in, consider subscribing. Many of you who watched my DJI Osmo Mobile 3 videos asked me if I'm using Moment lenses. So what I did, I reached out Moment and they provided me with this beautiful setup. This is not a sponsored video, however, they did provide the product for a review. So what is an anamorphic lens? Those lenses are usually super expensive and you will find them in Hollywood, but these days they are no longer just in Hollywood. How does Moment describe their lens? The lens is made with aerospace grade metal and the same hand polished glass used for high-end 4K film lenses. The 1.33 times anamorphic lens will bring you the widescreen letterbox look and beautiful creamy flares. As they say, you can now capture a super wide angle image with the inherent shallow depth of field and perspective of a telephoto lens. It mounts over any lens on your smartphone. It is compatible with Moment photo cases, battery cases, and wallet cases. Simply twist and lock. Twist and lock. Twist and take out. When I'm holding the lens in my hands, I can absolutely see the quality. The quality is absolutely there. The lens comes with this really nice lens cap, which is very tight and it's not gonna fall off. It holds really, really well. On the other side, there is no cover, there's no lens cap, but it came with this really cool bag, so you carry it inside of it. Also on the back, there's a little screw, so that I guess is for adjusting the lens. Can the dust get in? Well, I cannot really answer that question. I would have to have it for a long time, but realistically, I think the dust can get in, so keep it on your phone most of the time or in the bag. Don't just have it laid down somewhere on a table. I took it out the other day and I did a lot of filming with it and I took a lot of photos, and there are a lot of things I really like about it. First and foremost, those cinematic bars. I like to add it to my B-roll in my videos. There's simply something about the wide view. Now, I've been in photography business for 14 years, and in those years I trained myself to perfect framing. What I mean is that when I'm taking a photo, I need to see the final image already framed perfectly on my camera, because when I simply upload it to Photoshop and Lightroom, I don't want to waste my time cropping the image. And it works amazing when I'm taking photos. It really helps a lot. It saves me a lot of time, but it works against me when I do video, because most of the time when I'm filming, I don't realize or I completely forget that I want to add those cinematic bars in the post. So I will take out a lot of space on the top and at the bottom. And obviously when I upload the footage on a computer, then I'm just very upset at myself because there's not simply enough room. I can't crop it down. It does look bad once I add the cinematic bars. So that's one of the reasons I really like the anamorphic lens. I already see the footage with those bars on the top and the bottom. I can do the perfect framing right there. I don't have to worry about the fact that I'm gonna lose some more of the image. I really like that a lot. The streaks are cool. I don't always have to have it in every single shot. I'm not purposely choosing scenes just to film the streaks. As far as depth of field goes, cell phones don't really have such a depth of field you would get with bigger lenses from mirrorless cameras or DSLRs. You can also use it for photography. You will get excellent shots in this really wide view, which can be very interesting, especially if you place the main subject in the center, closer to the camera. These photos stand out and are visually interesting and powerful. Well, how do you film with the anamorphic lens? You can film with it in just regular camera app, and you can obviously take photos there as well. Just your photos and video will look kind of squeezed.
You are not gonna see the final result as you are filming. You will have to squeeze the footage and photos in post. If you will be using Gimbal, you can use the Gimbals app, just like DJI Osmo Mobile 3 has DJI Mimo or Zhiyun Smooth 4 has Zhiyun app. But the same thing applies here. You will kind of see that squeezed footage. You're not going to see the final result yet. You will have to squeeze it again in the post. The best is to use Filmic Pro all the way. You will be able to control everything here. You can shoot manually and you can already see the result as you are filming. Or you can use Moment Pro Camera app. The app doesn't come with Moment lenses. You have to purchase it separately. It is $5.49. It does offer manual controls and you can just squeeze your photos and videos there. You can also do that in Photoshop, Adobe Premiere Pro and Final Cut Pro. We should talk about gimbals. Is it too heavy for the gimbals? I have two of them here, quite popular right now. One is DJI Osmo Mobile 3, the other one is Zhiyun Smooth 4. What I would like to know, is it too heavy for the gimbals? Is it gonna affect the motors? Is it gonna work them too hard? Is it gonna be even able to balance it? This phone, Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, it's quite a heavy phone on its own, and when you add the anamorphic lens, you will definitely feel the extra weight. When I was communicating with the Moment Wrap, they suggested that the setup might be a little bit hard on the motors on the DJI Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal, and that was before I even told them which lens I'm going to pick. And they have very wide selection of lenses. Some of them are much heavier than the anamorphic lens. So let's start with the DJI Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal. Well, the balancing is okay. I had to move the phone quite a bit this way to get that right. Once you turn it on, you can see that it's working. The gimbal is working with it. It can balance it. You can use it. But when you start watching the phone quite a bit, you can see it is sort of drifting. And when you look at the footage, it's definitely cricket. It has a hard time balancing the phone, this heavy setup. Also, when you're listening to it very closely, you can hear vibrations in the gimbal. That means that it is working hard, the gimbal. I don't know what would happen to the motors down the road if I would be using it like this for a while, if it would damage the motors. I gotta say that the Moment guys were right about this. I think that this setup, this particular heavy phone with the anamorphic lens is way too heavy for DJI Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal, and it could potentially damage the motors if you're gonna be using it a lot. I gotta say, definitely it feels that it's too heavy. Smaller phone with the same lens would probably be okay. Next gimbal is Zhiyun Smooth 4. Much bigger and stronger gimbal than DJI Osmo Mobile 3. Moment also sent me this counterweight here so I can balance it properly, and it's balanced really well now. I had to move the phone a little bit now this way, and I can actually tell that it could handle even heavier phone than I have. So let's just turn it on. And I was playing with it the other day. I was walking around, I was filming with it. There's no vibration, there's no sound, anything like that, so it is working, no problem. This gimbal can handle absolutely anamorphic lens and heavier Moment lenses. This gimbal, Zhiyun Smooth 4, is very different than DJI Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal. It's definitely more advanced, it's sometimes even more complicated. It's geared towards serious smartphone filmmakers, but on that topic I'm gonna talk about in future videos. I'm gonna review it properly and compare it to all other gimbals I actually have here. Links to all this you'll find in the video description below, just below the video, so feel free to check it out. Hit the thumbs up button if you like today's video, subscribe to all future videos like these. If you have any questions, comments, simply want to say hi, you can do so in a comment section below. Let me know. What do you think about the anamorphic lens? Are you using any Moment lenses? Are you using any of those gimbals or other gimbals? Let me know, I'm just very curious. I always try to read all the comments and I try to respond, and I will see everyone in the next video. Ciao, ahoj!